Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Souls Unboxing. If you'd like to know what great toys or collectibles I'll be unboxing next, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's been a while since I last unboxed Transformers toy, so let's unbox not one but two new ones today before we go back to our video game stuff. But first, let me tell you something about this Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Transformers Studio series have been one of the longest running series in the lineup. With more focus on replicating the scenes and styles in movies, they have gained huge popularity among Transformers fans and collectors. My first Studio Series Transformer, which happened to be their first in the lineup, was Bumblebee in the very first Transformers movie. Bumblebee has always been my favorite in all the Transformers animations, movies, games, etc., and I've collected more Bumblebees than ever for these couple years. But at that time, I still didn't know how popular the whole Studio series was or whether it would trail off silently midway. So, unfortunately, I'll throw away the packaging and kept Bumblebee and the backdrop only. Yup, totally regretted it. Then just a couple months ago, Hasbro announced something new in their Studio series lineup, dubbed the Gamer Edition that has surpassed the original numbering. And to start off, they introduced the Autobots leader and best sidekick, again, to help promote the toys. That's why we have this on hand today. Transformers Studio Series Deluxe 01 Gamer Edition Bumblebee and Transformers Studio Series Voyager 03 Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. Due to the different release windows in North America, Optimus Prime actually came out first, followed by the Gamer Edition Bumblebee and Barricade shortly after. Asian countries may have seen all of them coming out together already, but nonetheless. So some of you may not be too familiar with this version of Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. I faintly remember about the vehicle mode of these two as I've seen their toys before. But I've been scratching my head literally to try to recall where they're from. And after taking the internet for a while, my memory finally came back. They are from the Transformers War for Cybertron video game back in PlayStation 2 and Nintendo DS era. But don't be confused with the Netflix War for Cybertron animated series. The two have no direct relationship except for the Transformers names and title. And this Studio series is to revive the Transformers from the game, especially for those who never got to own the toys before. Perfect for me. So, back to the packaging. Like I said in my previous Transformers unboxing videos, Hasbro has stitched the plastic Clio display window on the boxes. But I heard that they may bring it back in the future. Well, time will tell. We do see the very familiar Studio Series color scheme and wording on the front and back of the boxes. We know that Optimus and Bumblebee vary greatly in sizes, so Hasbro put them in two different classes, with Optimus as Voyager class and Bumblebee as Deluxe class. Let's take Optimus Prime out first for a quick look. Since the story of War for Cybertron happens on, well, Cybertron, the robot mode or even the vehicle mode doesn't resemble anything on Earth. That's also the beauty of game, as it doesn't feature the vehicles we used to know too well. For Optimus Prime, we have this gigantic battle axe, his blaster, and of course the matrix of leadership in his chest. We don't have any worries when posing or playing with Transformers because Hasbro puts in a lot of effort to make sure they are all durable. So let me just do a quick transformation for all of you. So, from robot mode to Cybertronian truck mode in 22 steps. Optimus looks super sleek in this truck mode with the classic red and blue coloring. I'll say it's way more aerodynamic than when he assumes the boxy truck on Earth. You can also attach the blaster and axe on top. Just do a quick one. Maybe later. Okay. One particular complaint I read online about this version of Optimus is the lack of covers for the hand parts when transformed into truck mode, as you can see from here. Of course, if Hasbro could give us a swing cover, it would look much more complete. Well, we can always look into the aftermarket accessories or make our own, right? And as a standard for the Stadio series, it comes with a removable backdrop featuring the K-On! Prison Break scene. The backdrop is something that I'll never throw away. Now, it's my favorite Bumblebee's turn. This one aside. Bumblebee has a signature yellow bee theme, and it comes with 2 blasters and a sword. I'll quickly transform Bumblebee for all of you now. Give me a moment. So, Bumblebee from robot mode to Cybertronian car mode in 21 steps. Again, this version of Bumblebee is not a VW Beetle or Chevrolet Camaro anymore, but a very futuristic looking car on Cybertron. You can again attach his weapons on top of his car form. It also comes with the Defend icon scene backdrop. And when you put both Optimus and Bumblebee side by side, you can still feel the difference between them, but it won't feel awkward to display them together. So, that's it for this episode of Cells Unboxing. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. More Gamer Edition Transformers have been announced, with Barricade being released already, and Megatron and Cliffjumper skating in the scene very soon. I do hope that Hasbro will release the rest of the Transformers from War for Cybertron on Stadio series to complete the lineup. Keep our fingers crossed. Time to roll Autobots.